Hey everyone, today we would like to introduce you to Wall House, a super compact family home in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Designed by MOAD, this is a story of a house with dynamic facade and minimal interiors. Let me give you quick specs. Spread across a plot area of 1300 square feet, the bungalow has a built up area of 3000 square feet. Sandwiched between two houses, this structure is split along four levels. With the only source of light and ventilation being the shorter sides, customization of fenestrations was of prime importance. If you want to know more about this project story, click on the link mentioned in the description below. It will take you to our website buildofy.com where you can become a member and download full PDF ebook including detailed floor plans, section elevation with dimensions and the material palette. You can download 250 plus PDF ebooks of the houses pan India. Our members also get to watch a premium video with the architect walking through the house, explaining the material palette in detail. Till then, I hope you enjoy this video.
When we design spaces, we want it to be a seamless extension of your human body. It needs to be seamless as to understanding the behavior of people and ensure that aspect is sort of taken care of. So the project is a individual residence for a very small family, wife and husband and two daughters. So essentially it's a 3-bedroom house, 2 regular bedrooms and 1 guest bedroom. So the site is located in Besant Nagar. I think this neighborhood was sort of promoted by the Tamil Nadu Housing Board. It was actually land parcel which was already divided into half a ground sites. This house is one such case where, it kind of erased an old building, which was ground plus one structure. I think it was a 2-bedroom structure. And what we have built is in a way sort of to represent the times that we live in. What is interesting is I think over time this place has become one of the poshest neighborhoods in Chennai. And these half grounds now are demanding these kind of complete revamp. So they were very clear about why they bought the parcel of land here. And their requirement was straightforward. The dimension of the site is about 7 meter or 23 feet by 17 meter or approximately 57 feet actually. So this is the north. The seashore is here and we are probably not more than 50 meters from the seashore. There is another building adjoining here and there's also another building adjoining here. We get a lot of sea breeze in east and there is a lot of sea breeze from south as well. So I need to kind of keep the north and south open. At the same time, I need to ensure there is light in the center. We grouped all the services. So we said, we will put the toilets, the utility, the lift, stair, bathrooms, everything in this area and keep this space free so that there is constant sort of cross ventilation across the entire built form. And our neighbor was actually a very influential local MLA. So he kind of said, you cannot actually step on my side of site. So we have to do everything on our parcel. So that added additional challenge. So the ground floor is primarily the car park area and a small office. So in the ground level, you have the EB room in this corner, and then you have the lift. And then there is an office here in this part. So you can basically park like one car here and this becomes the sort of entry. Pedestrian gate directly takes you to the first level. The client insisted they wanted a Vastu stair. So we had to add this, additional access, basically entry stair on the southeast corner. And then you come to the first level. The first level is literally like a one-room space divided through kind of partitions. So this, again, there is a lift, there is a stair here, and this is the kitchen. There's a powder room here and there's a store here. So this becomes the sort of living space, and there's like a double height dining space. and this is the kitchen with a small sort of breakfast seater here. And the dining also gets the light from the skylight above. There's a balcony behind kitchen, and there's a beautiful mango tree the neighbor has. As you go up the stair, and then you have 2 bedrooms, flanked on 2 ends of the site. So southwest is the master bedroom, and the north is the daughter's bedroom with a toilet again in the corner. So from here you could actually see the dining below. As you go floor up, you then end up having a rather interesting and probably my favorite room of the entire house, which is basically a guest bedroom, which is actually the headroom of the stair and the lift room. It has a small toilet, so that has the terrace on both sides, and on the northern end of the terrace we have the utility, which also doubles up almost like a gazebo kind of space, and the breeze is fantastic. In the evenings, leave both the doors open in this room, and you have cross ventilation through the day. So this is actually a study model of the stairs. So the ground level is stilt. The upper level kind of goes up. So one landing below that we've kind of used for a puja room, and as it goes up, the other landing kind of extends and becomes kind of a wardrobe space. So these kind of gymnastics were done in this house to achieve what you see as the final outcome. In the process of compressing the services, you come up with a lot of challenges. One is the Vastu challenge of not having a toilet which is actually facing the exterior. So we had to bring in a wardrobe along the exterior, and the toilet, set the toilet inside. One detail in this project that we did is, and this is something that we have been doing in most of our project, is to kind of flush the skirting and use white tile for skirting. After doing this project, the supervisor who worked on this, he insisted people to do the same flush skirting because he found the advantage that they don't stick dust. We made sure all the doors and windows, which are opening out, sort of full height, floor to ceiling height. Now what that did is, basically you are borrowing the outdoor space and making it part of yours. And there is a huge variety in the lighting in this space. There is like skylight, there is light coming from the north and south of facade basically. There are small punctures here and there, which kind of makes the engagement much more richer. In the floors above, there are no lintels. You kind of walk from one space to the other, so they are all full volume spaces. So like even though you're walking through a corridor which is only 3 feet wide, your height is 10 feet, so the way you perceive is completely different. So you have this solid block, which is a service, and then the idea is to kind of articulate the rest of the openings. So there is basically 4 layers of devices. The first layer is our louvers that we made with seasoned teak wood, which are sections of 20 by 40 mm. And then you have the glass and sliding doors, and then you have the mosquito mesh, again sliding. And then you have the your regular curtain. This is almost like a system that kind of ensures comfort. These louvers are also openable louvers, so you don't feel like you're constantly jailed in a space. So the moment you open it, you feel like you're part of the much larger sort of the city. The rear facade is very similar to the sort of front, a service block at the back, and we made provision to kind of mount the entire terrace with solar panels. So this facade follows absolutely the same sort of set of devices. But what is beautiful on this side is there's a fantastic mango tree, which kind of brings in the most essential greenery that most of our urban sites lack. Because when you're given, slightly larger sites or slightly generous sort of sites, you have many different ways to do the same thing. Whereas here you have only, your doors are shut, but the challenge is actually exponentially increased. And that's where I think, some of these strategies that we developed in the process helped us to look at the project not just, from the point of view of, architecture, which is defined by form or, space or experiential quality or use of craft or material, but all of them sort of integrate itself and synthesize and becomes something, and that design is, much more evocative.